And the big news out of baseball this morning, the Philadelphia Phillies firing manager Joe Girardi. The Phils off to a 22-29 start this year, less than ideal, putting them 12 games behind the first place Mets. It closes the book on 2+ seasons in Philly for Girardi with a record of 132 and 141 and no postseason appearances. Bench coach Rob Thompson will take over for the remainder of the season. The Phillies home tonight against the Angels in the opener of a 3-game set, having lost 5 of their past 6 as you look at the Phillies under Joe Girardi. So let's get into this situation and discuss a couple of other hot topics heading into the weekend with World Series champion Nick Swisher and Kenny White, a segment we're debuting today on HQ. It's Swisher and the Wiz.
Oh, let's go. Let's do this, Wiz. Are you ready, bro?
Oh, I am definitely ready to go. Opening day for us, and hey, I'm just so glad to be right next to a major leaguer. 13 years in the big leagues you played, 245 career home runs, amazing. You know, and I told you before, I watched your dad play because I was a Chicago Cub fan. He's got one record he holds more than you do: home runs in the National League. He hit 20 home runs in the National League. You only hit 4 National League home runs. He's got that over you still.
Yeah, he definitely got me over there, but he doesn't have that World Series ring, Kenny. He don't have that World Series ring, buddy. I bring that up to him all the time.
Oh, I bet. I was looking you up in 2009. You played with the Yankees. What a lineup you guys had. Oh my God. Mark Teixeira was the best hitter that year, but the lineup: Jeter, A-Rod, Teixeira with Cano, Posada, Johnny Caveman was on the team. You guys were amazing. Matsui was in the lineup. Cabrera, you guys were just loaded. That was one of the best lineups I've ever seen in baseball. That had to be a lot of fun that year.
Oh, yeah. I mean, overall, just to be able to walk in that lineup. I remember walking into the locker room in 2009, and I remember looking all around the locker room, and I'm seeing Mariano Rivera and Derek Jeter and Jorge Posada and Andy Pettitte, A-Rod. The list goes on. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, am I in the right locker room? Is this the place that I'm supposed to be? But at the end of the day, to be able to win as a team in New York City, no better place to win on the planet. Also, somebody who lost his job today, who was at the helm of our 2009 season, was Joe Girardi.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to next I was going to hit with you. It's a shame, and I was going to ask you, best manager that you ever played for. Who's the best?
You know, it's crazy. Maybe I've had a couple confrontations with some managers that I've had in the past. Joe Girardi probably ranks right up there with myself. Listen, the one thing that I took away from him was the overall preparation for that night's game. And that was one of the things that I really learned when I got over to be a New York Yankee was how to become a professional. I'm a guy, I've got energy all over the place, but to be able to be honed in, reined in by those veterans as well as Girardi to put me where I was, I could not have thanked those guys enough. It's sad to see him lose his job in Philly, but we are in that world right now where we need an ROI. We need a return on our investment. And when you're investing that much money on a team year in and year out, you expect to see some results. Phillies haven't been able to do that. I'm not quite sure whether it's the injury to Bryce Harper, even though he still is absolutely mashing at the plate. I'm not quite sure what's going on in that locker room, but there definitely needs to be a little adjustment made, and the Phillies made that first step by getting rid of Joe Girardi.
Yeah, 12 games out of first place right now, 22 and 29, and they're trailing 2 teams, the Mets and the Braves in the division. They're 18-1 to win the National League and 35-1 to win the World Series. Do they have enough? Will a managerial change, can that spark this team? They do have 2 good starters at the top with Nola and Wheeler, and they do have a solid offensive baseball team. Do they have enough to make a run? Will that managerial change bring enough energy to that locker room that it can make a difference?
I'm a positive guy, and I'm usually always going to go with you on this one. But for this, bro, I don't think the manager's really going to change a whole lot in there. They've got some tremendous talent. I definitely think they are not playing up to their capabilities. Listen, Castellanos goes over there. Schwarber goes over there. You got Bryce Harper in the outfield. Come on, Alec Baum. I mean, the talent, JT Realmuto, the best two-way catcher in the game. So there's no way that you can't tell me the Philadelphia Phillies cannot compete for that division. I know the Mets are running away with that a little bit, but listen, at the end of the day, you need to have some starting pitching, and I think 2 starting pitchers aren't quite enough to get the job done over there. Do I think they are a better team than what they're playing right now? Yes. Do I think they are going to make a run during the season? Yes, but do I think they're going to compete for that division? I do not. I think moving forward, obviously maybe some moves in the offseason, maybe a couple draft picks come up, maybe a couple prospects are ready to play for you. Listen, Philadelphia has one of the best cities on the planet, blue collar through and through. These guys want to win day in and day out. If you've ever played in Philly or played for Philly, you understand the type of fan base that they have there. So I think for what they're going through right now, it's tough to see a good team and a great organization go through tough times like this, but maybe this is the calm before the storm. Maybe this is exactly what they needed to get themselves jump-started back in the right direction.
Yeah, you got that right. The city of Rocky Balboa, you're right. Doesn't matter what sport.
Baby, come on.
Doesn't matter what sport. That city is crazy for their sports. Yeah, right now my model says they're going to win 81 games. The Mets 95 wins. When they get Scherzer and DeGrom back, that's going to be an amazing team, the amazing Mets.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.